In the wild, mysterious depths of Brittany, France, sits an old abandoned shack. Surrounded by ancient oaks and home to all manner of forest dwellers, it is here that we meet to share our stories. So pull up a seat, swing that light, grab your favourite beverage as we share another tantalising tale in the freaking shack.
Welcome to the shack. Trina here with
Steph. Yay me.
Here we are again. Trying to be organised, but too complicatedly organised. So
sometimes I think the effort that goes into being organised is just not worth it. We just wing it. It'll be absolutely fine.
We probably are better winging it sometimes, I think.
I have to show you. And I have to show the people. Okay, because if we're recording at any point during December, right?
Yeah.
I might have to record little videos and send them to you. Okay. Because I'm going to be doing, because I thought it'd be quite funny if you open my advent calendar with me.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Because I have all of these.
Oh, I remember you showing them to me.
These are my advent
bottles.
Days. Me and my other half were talking about it, and we were like, "These are like little potion bottles, right?"
Yeah,
now, it's alcohol.
I was just going to say
alcohol.
potions,
but they look like potions. So, in a very silly moment of me and my other half laughing and joking and prattling about, right, we decided that they should be potions and they should be named. So we have named the potions.
Cool.
But we've named them things that associate with getting drunk, right? So this one's actually quite a nice one. This one's Manic Mirth.
Love it.
We thought we'd quite like that one. But I also have the Mysterious Gnome. The Mysterious Gnome, subject to availability. So, oh dear. So some of them just crack me up.
Were you drunk when you named them?
No, we were stone cold sober we were talking about it over breakfast. And it was just so stupid. And that was it. We started laughing. I said, I've got to go and get a pen and start writing some of these down. So we wrote a load down and we picked the best ones. Some of them are very, very silly. Some of them are brilliant. But I just thought that I could open each one. I'm probably going to open them in the evenings. I'm not going to do it in the morning.
Well, we'll have to do evening recordings, won't we?
Yeah. I just think that doing some of these, they're all different as well. So I have no idea what I'm going to be getting, because every time somebody's bought us a bottle of something. So some of them are like whiskies. There's rum. There's some of the vermouth in there. Vodka, all sorts of things. You're going to be some of them are really dark.
You're going to be stoned by Christmas.
I know, it's going to be great. I was just like, I want an adult advent calendar, and that was it. And then I found these little bottles, and I was like, we are so using these.
Yeah. So what are you hanging them on?
I'm going to hang them up on twinkle lights, and then they're going to just hook on, and then they have numbers. But we spent ages making these little hooks that hold the corks in.
Yeah. They are so cool.
They're very cool. Absolutely bloody brilliant. I love them. It's fab.
What a very adult idea.
Questionable inspiration.
You're going to have to tell us. Yeah, you're going to have to tell us what one you're opening, on what day, and what it's called. And what it tastes like.
I was going to say, and what it might be. Yeah, because I'm going to have to guess, because I have no idea.
Oh, right. Okay.
So some of them are different flavoured vodkas. Because when we did the fruit vodkas and we mixed our own, I put a little bit in each one of these before we bottled them. So, anywho.
Wow. Okay.
So that's going to be my advent calendar this year. And I love it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that already. I hope I get a taste. I think I need to start one of my own.
Absolutely.
Where did you get the bottles?
Oh, I got them online. I just booked
them. Oh, really?
Ordered them online. Yeah. Yeah, and I got 24 of them. So
what a great
they
idea.
came in. They came in packs of 12, I think. So
very good.
Yeah.
I love it. Great idea. See, I think you ought to do a little craft thing every time we start now. Steph doing crafts in the shack.
Steph stuff.
Craft
Yeah.
in the shack. Ideas for advent calendars. There you go.
Yeah.
You've
there
had
you
a
go.
few.
Just mix things up a bit.
You've had some good advent calendars, though, haven't you?
I've done some weird ones. I mean, I've also had weird Christmas stuff. You know, like we had a Christmas teepee instead of a tree, because I didn't have a tree. So I put up a piece of fabric with a hoop at the bottom and made it out of like fabric, and then just attached all my tree decorations to it.
Cool.
And my niece thought it was amazing because she spent most of the time in it.
She did.
So yeah,
my granddaughter climbed inside and sat inside the tree teepee.
Yeah, a tree pea or something.
A tree pea, yeah.
A Christmas tree pea.
And this year it'll be a Christmas trippy.
It might be. It might be. It depends. I mean, hopefully, I'm only going to open one a day, so steady.
Right?
Should
Are
be
we
fun,
going to? Are we going into it? We are going into this week's theme, which is toys, cursed toys, dolls, boxes, and bad vibes. It says on my bit of paper here.
Okay.
So
let's do it. I'm not sure about this one because it's funky.
It is funky. I'm glad that you're all here listening. Where dolls blink, boxes creak, and toys play themselves. Tonight we're diving into the uncanny world of cursed toys.
Yeah, because nothing says sleep well like a porcelain doll that stares you out and moves around and when you're not looking. Yeah.
Yeah, those porcelain dolls are just too
They're
bloody
so
scary.
creepy. I used to have them.
I know you did. You had lots.
How did any of you not just I didn't realize how creepy they were.
Yeah, well, you don't, I think, as a kid, because they're just dolls.
Yeah, I did not realize how creepy that was. And I used to have several of them. And it wasn't creepy to me. They were absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But then, to be fair, like I didn't have any creepy experiences with them. So they didn't stare me out or move or anything. So
no. So we're going to be talking about all sorts of toys.
I always said children's laughter was terrifying. Add a jack-in-the-box and you've got a full haunting.
I couldn't agree more.
I know. Jack-in-the-boxes. No, don't like them either.
I meant the children thing.
Oh, the children. Yeah,
I'm with Mort on this one.
Although I'd rather hear the laughter than the shouting and fighting each other.
Well,
yes, I would. And a child giggling is probably one of my favourite sounds. Just that beautiful giggle. But yeah, I can understand Mort's thoughts on it, and also yours.
There is a difference, I think. I think there is a difference between like happy child giggle, right? And creepy. There shouldn't be a child here at this time.
Yeah.
And therefore it's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because if you hear disembodied giggling, then that's...
Yeah. What is that? No, thank you. We're not having...
No. Absolutely not.
And, just so that we're aware, if I want to hear the pitter-patter of little feet, I'll put shoes on my cat.
Yeah. Perfect. So we're talking about toys that carry more than nostalgia. Objects that seem to hold spirits, curses, or just plain bad luck. Some were made with dark intent. Others just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So grab your teddy bear, unless, of course, it's blinking at you, in which case leave it the hell alone. And let's wind this up.
Oh,
Segment
absolutely.
1, we have... Oh, sorry, I was reading the next bit because it was in bold.
You go. Go for it.
I was like, we're going into haunted dolls, but more than just Annabelle. We all know that one. Not just that.
I've got some notes on Annabelle. But it says, let's start with a classic haunted doll. So we're starting with the dolls. Everyone knows Annabelle, but she's just the tip of the creepy iceberg. So the bits I've got... Oh, yeah, Annabelle. Yeah, I have got notes about her. I think we've got to start with Annabelle. So let's talk about Annabelle. Okay. If you don't know what she is, Annabelle is, in reality, an ordinary Raggedy Ann doll. So it's like a rag doll. The story began in the early 1970s when a young nursing student named Donna received a doll as a birthday gift. Shortly after, Donna and her roommate began noticing oddities. Annabelle would appear in different positions, in different rooms, or even seem to manipulate objects whilst the women were away or asleep. It's always when no one's looking, isn't it?
It's always when no one's looking or when people are asleep. And manipulate objects how?
I don't know.
I mean, is it just moving things around? Is it like floating things?
Yeah, well, it says the phenomena escalated and there were handwritten notes saying, "Help me." I mean, we had handwritten notes from Mort, but they didn't say help me. They just said, "Can you bring more pain au chocolat?"
Yeah, I don't think he needs any help.
Which I can cope with.
I think we need
But no, not notes like "help me." That appeared on stationery that the women didn't own. So they didn't even own the stationery that...
I mean, I gave Mort the
yeah, you did
to write these notes. So I feel like that's okay. When this creature is managing to just create stationery, one, where's mine? Because I'm a stationery fiend. I need more stationery in my life. I need a stationery ghost who can just magic up, sparkly gel pens, for instance. I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, if they can do that, they can stay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have a magic stationery fairy. Thanks very much.
This is why we let Mort stay, because he just tidies up the shack, keeps it neat and tidy. I was expecting him to say something then, but
he didn't. No, he's not playing.
He's keeping quiet at the minute. So I've lost myself now. So it appeared on stationery that the women didn't own. Lou, a friend, was physically attacked by an unseen force, claiming to have been clawed by an invisible assailant. Did that have anything to do with the doll? Upon seeking help, the women consulted a medium who claimed that a spirit named Annabelle Higgins inhabited the doll. Paranormal investigators were eventually contacted and declared that the doll was being used by a demonic entity intent on possessing a human host.
When it has ulterior motives and has intentions to take you over, I think you kind of have to it's eviction time, surely. We're talking skip,
Yeah. Annabelle was confined to a glass case at the Warrens Occult Museum and labelled with a stark warning: positively, do not open.
Fabulous. I think that's fair.
But now, didn't I always tell you what to do, not what not to do?
Yeah.
And that is telling you...
Keep it closed.
Yeah. Keep it shut.
Yeah.
Keep it locked.
Yeah.
Otherwise
must remain locked at all times.
Yes. Absolutely. Otherwise you're just giving people ideas.
Yeah. You're telling them the word open is literally written on that box.
Yeah. It's like when you say, don't touch that button.
Yeah, you just want to touch it. Yeah, you can't not. You can't not. Yeah.
So it needs
Keep
a
your
different...
hands to yourself. Sit on your hands. Yeah.
So it needs
hands
a
in
new
your
sign.
pockets. I agree.
Accounts linked to Annabelle include the doll moving rooms, changing positions and leaving notes, physical attacks, and other unverified stories of near fatal accidents, car crashes, and tragic deaths involving those who mocked or disrespected the doll. So we better be kind to Annabelle.
I mean, does being kind to Annabelle like earn you good points?
I would hope so. Mort could put a word in for us.
Yeah, maybe could, yeah.
This is most irregular.
Absolutely. The malfunction of cameras, vehicles, and other electronic devices in proximity to Annabelle's case. So perhaps you have to be quite close.
There.
Yeah, it's a bit of a distance for us, isn't it?
Can you disrespect her from a distance?
Yeah. It does say there are ongoing contemporary incidents in 2025, this year.
Oh my word.
A prominent tour organizer promoting the doll died unexpectedly, fueling rumours and marketing campaigns about Annabelle's ever-active curse. Okay, that's it. Right, moving on. moving.
Like, I need more information about that death. Is it connected? I don't know. I feel like more information's needed.
Well,
I always feel like more information's needed.
Yeah, always. It does say Annabelle owes much of her international infamy to the blockbuster film Conjuring.
The Conjuring, yeah.
Yeah. Where she is depicted as a far more frightening porcelain object. The film's demonic interpretations diverge sharply from the original stories, highlighting the interplay between factual legend and pop cultural adaptation.
Yeah, because I mean, I watched the movie. These types of things don't really get to me. I mean, they're scary at the time. They're, you get the jump scares and things like that. It's creepy, it's weird, but these things don't tend to really. They don't hang around in my head after I've turned it off. Do you know what I mean? Very rarely. Very rarely.
Anyway, I'm losing my headphones at the minute.
Oh, are you? They're sliding off.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
moving on.
I think there's... Sorry, go on.
Sorry, no, go on.
I was just going to say, these things don't tend to hang around in my head after, after I've turned the movie off. Mm-hmm. But there are occasions when movies do like that, but it tends to be people. And I have realized this with horror movies, with things that scare us. It's interesting because the things that scare us more and more are other humans and the terrible things that other humans can do. So like if you look at half of the stuff for like The Living Dead and Fear the Living Dead or Fear the Walking Dead or whatever it is, all of those programs start with the zombies being the big bad, right? And they all develop into the other groups of humans who are the ones you're trying to stay away from. And the zombies just become part of the background.
It's absolutely true. Because the other groups of humans are the ones you have to really be careful of.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
interesting because
they are more frightening than the zombies.
They're more frightening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, anyway, that's just my observations, but yeah.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I've got a bit of hair sticking up there. I don't know what
I mean, mine's gone a bit mental at the minute.
Yours has got a beautiful colour.
It's a beautiful colour. I'm very, very happy. It's semi-permanent, so I've only got it for a few weeks. I've got it for about about 9 weeks. But I am making the most of it because I really like it. It's fun. I'm loving it. Okay. We like a change every now and again.
Yeah, of course.
Carry on.
Absolutely. Right. I think you're going to take us to another doll now.
Oh, yeah, because there's a Japanese doll, and I may completely butcher this, but it is Okiku, I think. That's how we say it. But the Japanese doll...
I listened to it yesterday, and that's very similar to how they say it. So
Okiku. I think it's like that. Anyway, this is a Japanese doll, and she has real human hair, right? Like real human hair. And the legend says that the human hair that she had belonged to a little girl who died really young. Her spirit supposedly moved into the doll, and now the hair grows, like actually grows. They've even had it scientifically tested, and she now has hair that actually grows.
Yeah,
that's creepy to me.
I'm going to go into a bit more detail of this. She's kept at the Manaji Temple, and I'm not even going to say where that is. It's in Japan. The monks trim her hair regularly. Imagine that job on your CV. Doll barber to the dead. She's not even dead.
Yeah, she's technically not even dead. She's moved house.
Let me explain. The doll itself was bought for a little girl called Okiku. The little girl was called that. She was about 3 or 4 years old, and her brother bought her a doll with all the beautiful Japanese outfit on.
It's a good brother.
I know. With short, she had very short black bobbed hair. Doll's hair.
The doll had that.
The doll, yeah. Doll's hair, right? Everything about it was a doll when it was bought. He gave it to her, right? She loved this doll. Absolutely loved it. It went everywhere with her. She talked to it all the time. She would whisper all her secrets to this doll. When she had this doll for a while, she was only about 5, maybe 6. And she suddenly went down with a really bad illness. Now, some people blame it on the doll, but she'd had the doll a long time already. But I think because of the legend of the doll and what happened afterwards, it was blamed on the doll.
They pegged that on the doll.
But
okay.
I was reading yesterday that there was a lot of illnesses going around at the time, yellow fever and things like this. So it's quite possible that unfortunately the little girl got very sick and died within a week.
Oh my life, that's really fast.
Yeah, really awful.
We didn't actually talk about our beverages this time. I haven't got one.
We didn't.
I had a glass of water downstairs. That was it.
I've got very hot coffee because it's a new cup and it's kept my coffee beautifully hot. So I had to be careful taking the first sip.
That's ideal because you're useless at actually drinking your coffee.
I am, yeah. And I needed a cup that was going to give me some
But
heat.
you need a cup that's going to keep it.
It's going to keep it warm for
a week
hours.
And a half.
Yeah. So the little girl died. The family obviously went into mourning. They were very, very upset, grieving.
I imagine.
And what they did is they took the doll and they put the doll on the altar that they had in the house where they remembered ancestors and people passed in the family. And so the doll became their link, if you like. I think they said it's like a tether to the little girl.
Right.
So, okay. And they would bring her offerings like they would the rest of the family, but they would bring the doll offerings and even food and they treated it as if it was the
little girl.
Yeah, the little girl. And gradually, things began to happen in the house. And they put it down to the fact that they believed it was the spirit of the little girl coming through. But the doll would move. The doll would be facing in different directions when they came down in the mornings. They then started hearing footsteps backwards and forwards in front of the altar at night. Gradually, it went on from there, and they began to have vivid dreams of the little girl. And then I felt the most horrific thing was some of the family would have a dream of the little girl, wake up out of one of these dreams, and the doll is sitting on their bed looking at them.
Oh, no, thank you.
I was like, what? Excuse me?
No, we won't be having that now. No.
They spoke to the religious people, like at the temple, the monks or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what their right titles are. I'm not sure. But their advice was, they said that they felt that the spirit of the child was within the doll. Right? And so...
And the solution to this was?
Nothing. Just keep offering. Just keep knowing that the child is close because of the doll.
My life.
No.
So how do we help this girl move on?
Yeah.
Time to go now. This is not healthy. It's not healthy for anyone.
Yeah. So they had all sorts happening. Lights flickering, doors opening and closing, items being moved around, items falling from the shelves, the sound of someone walking near the altar. It said it's also they also heard her voice, the child's voice, and singing the humming of songs.
I mean, was she doing anything inherently bad to people?
No.
So,
no.
We're
but
not
then,
but I mean, creepy. Sat on the bed. No. We had to have a conversation about that.
I couldn't cope with. But then the hair began to grow.
Oh.
And up until then, it had been doll's hair, not real. But then the hair began to grow.
You know, they say that about, the fact that your hair and your fingernails still grow
after death.
Died.
Yeah.
I don't think that's actually true. I think it has been debunked because they do say that actually it's the skin and the tissue around your fingers and things like that actually recedes. So it does look like your fingernails have grown, but they actually don't. Anyway.
The hair became long and untidy and looked more and more like real human hair. Spiritual leaders were convinced that the little girl's spirit had taken over the doll and resided inside her. The family took comfort in this and kept it in their home for over 20 years.
Okay.
I'm
just thinking that's not healthy.
No.
That's not. No.
The doll was
I get it.
Yeah. The doll was eventually given to a temple, and the monks are said to have had similar experiences to the family. They had to move away, apparently, and they didn't feel that the little girl, Okiku, would want to be taken away from her homeland. And that they were forced to, for some reason, they were forced to move, but they kept her in the place where she'd lived. So it was in the local temple. So that's why she was...
Did the monks there know what
Yes.
they'd been experiencing?
Yes.
Okay.
So she got taken to the temple. The monks are said to have had similar experiences to the family in the temple. They then began cutting her hair. And
How
it is
long
said...
did it have to get? That's what I want to know. How long did it get before they went, you know what, we should do something about that?
Well, it is said at one point it got down to where her knees would be as a doll.
Wow.
So, yeah,
so we're
really
talking
long.
like hefty growthage.
Oh, yeah.
From a bob, from a short bob,
Yeah.
jawline bob.
They began cutting the hair, and it said that some of it was then sent to be tested, and it was found to be human hair.
Was it found to have the child's DNA? Oh, did they even know that then?
No, probably not. Probably not.
Could they do that now? I mean, sure they could.
Oh, they probably could now. I would have... that's an interesting one, isn't it? Yes, very interesting. Yeah, so one of the monks has got this job of cutting the
I
hair.
want to know, was he good at it? Like, was this like my nana cutting my fringe
Yeah. Or
really badly?
did they just stick a bowl over her head and just...
Yeah, just cut round it. Maybe that's what they did.
I once had a barber who talked to his scissors. I suspect he was haunted too.
A barber who talked to his scissors. Were the scissors haunted, I wonder? Okay. All right. Anyway, it says here the temple caretaker and the family alike insist that the doll's bobbed haircut began to grow, eventually reaching knee length. The hair, reportedly confirmed as human by laboratory tests, continues to be trimmed by Buddhist priests at the temple, where she is still now enshrined at the temple, and you could still go and see her. In addition to the hair, visitors and priests now claim to witness subtle facial changes, whispering sounds, or a sense of spiritual presence around the doll.
What kind of changes?
I don't know. Some superstitious accounts even attribute odd failures of cameras or unexplained chills in the room of the doll. The temple strictly forbids photography, a rule justified both out of respect for the spirit and because of bad luck experienced by those who persist in trying to photograph it. Now, what else I read was that a teacher in 2019, so not very long ago, went to the temple, had heard about this, loved paranormal stories and wanted to go and visit. So she went to visit the temple, ended up in the temple. She said she ended up in the room with the doll and nobody else in there. It was just her on her own visiting. You're allowed to go and visit. And she looked at the doll and she ummed and ahed whether or not she was going to take a photo. She went to get her phone out of her pocket. And as she got her phone out of her pocket, apparently had a feeling that this wasn't right. And that she had to stop it. So she didn't take a photograph. She apologized to the doll. And apparently a voice said, "Stay, stay." She didn't stay. She got out of there blinking quick, right? Since then, she apparently says that in the palm of her hand, she has one black hair that grows from the palm of her hand, and she has to have it taken away every now and again. It grows again and has to be taken away. That is since this episode. And she has dreams of the doll.
Does this doll, is the doll's hair's black?
Yes.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yes. So, what the heck's going on?
Well, I mean, it wasn't that they said something about it trying to, gain another body, or is that just the way of doing it?
That is a weird thing, because they said about this facially, she looks different. And what they've actually said is gradually, where her mouth was like closed up, it's gradually her mouth is starting to open on the doll. And inside her mouth, you can apparently see little white buds that look like teeth growing. And people have said that they believe that she is gradually turning into the little girl.
Oh my word. If we take that as truth, that's terrifying.
It is. It is really terrifying.
There used to be a cartoon called, was it Raggy Dolls? Was it Raggy Dolls? It was something like that. And I feel like that's what it would be. It would be like a little girl who's like half doll, half child, that would still have like patchwork legs or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it like Pinocchio though?
Well, maybe, yeah. Was it? Oh, yeah, that's creepy. That's creepy. Don't like it. Oh no. Won't
Oh
be having
gosh. Right. I think the next one's yours.
that now. Yeah, I have Mandy. And I'm not talking about Millie Molly Mandy. Sorry, that was a story. I'm showing my age there. So yeah, there's Mandy, the Canadian doll who carries. Sorry, the Canadian doll. See, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just let you know here that I don't know if she carries a glass case or if she's carried in a glass case.
I think she's in a glass case.
She's in a glass case.
Yes.
Okay. So she's in a glass case and she
in a
cries.
museum.
Yeah.
Inside.
She cries inside the case. She cries. But anyway, staff at the museum say that she's caused electronics to fail and objects to vanish. She's got that don't mess with me energy, apparently.
Ooh.
And I want to know, are these like electrical devices? Is this because she's crying and making the bottom of the case wet and therefore electronics are having issues? Or are they like mobile devices that just for no reason? Like, I don't know. And also, if you left her there long enough, would she just fill up and drown? You know? How much crying are we talking? Like,
I don't know much more about this one, actually. I've got some, the Mandy doll I have.
Yeah.
It's a porcelain baby doll crafted in either England or Germany between 1910 and 1920.
Wow.
She came to
Old
public
one.
attention after being donated to the Quesnel and District Museum in British Columbia in Canada in 1991.
Oh.
Stories quickly emerged from the museum staff and visitors regarded strange phenomenon whenever Mandy was present. Objects moved or vanished around Mandy's display. Pens, lunchboxes, and museum paperwork frequently went missing, only to appear later in odd places or not at all. Sounds of phantom baby cries emanated from the museum basement where Mandy was stored.
That's just creepy.
A stuffed lamb left in Mandy's locked display case was inexplicably found outside, and the doll had been observed at times to change position or even blink.
Hang on a minute. How did the lamb get out? Because if the lamb got out, then the doll can get out.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like that. Visitors report technical problems. Video cameras, phones often malfunction only when focused on Mandy's case. At least one visitor experienced a medical emergency, fainting in front of the case.
I mean, one out of how many? Do you know what I mean? Coincidence, maybe?
Yeah. The doll's cracked face, wide, sometimes sinister smile, and lifelike gaze are often cited as those who feel disturbed simply by her presence.
Wow.
Even museum staff admit to preferring not to be the last to leave at night when Mandy is in the building. Well, she must always be in the building.
I was going to say she's in the basement, apparently, stored in the basement.
Yeah.
If she's not on display.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Because they said that babies' laughter, crying.
Yeah.
Infant crying came from the basement when she was stored in the basement. So weird.
Yeah.
Don't like that one. Don't like that one. That one seems sinister and generally unkind.
Yeah.
I'm almost happier with Annabelle, and I didn't think I was going to say that.
Yeah. It's all right. I was just reading.
Oh, sorry, not Annabelle. Okiku is the one I meant.
Yeah. I'd also read one about there's Pulu, Ubin's German girl doll in Singapore, left a shrine to a girl who died fleeing British soldiers. Locals leave makeup and hair ties to keep her spirit calm.
To keep her spirit calm. What did she do? because nothing says please don't haunt me like new hair accessories.
Yeah.
What was she doing for them to keep her calm or appease her in some way?
But then if she was in Singapore and she was obviously trying to get away from the British soldiers coming into Singapore, so it was obviously
Yeah.
during the war, and maybe she was upset. I don't know.
I'd be appeased by hair accessories or stationery,
or stationery, yeah.
or stationery. Yeah.
Either of
just
the two.
stickers and gel pens, and I'm happy as a pig in shit. No.
Yeah, there was something that said about the Harold doll, and I don't know whether I've got it later on. I don't think so because we're going on to other toys in a minute. But I wanted to say about the Harold doll,
Yeah.
mainly because my dad was called Harold, and I just thought it was funny. I just, it was like the Harold doll. Can you imagine me having a doll called Harold? The electrics would never work in my house at all.
That was always something that I used to think in the Lord's Prayer, again, dyslexia and all that, right? When they used to say, hallowed be thy name, I always thought it was Harold be thy name. I always thought
Harold
he was
be
called
thy
Harold.
name.
I mean, I've talked about things before where I've misheard things like the Lord of the Dance thing when I couldn't understand why there was a dancing sofa. Because he says, dance there wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the Dance settee. And I was like, why is there a dancing sofa? That doesn't make any sense at all.
I am the Lord of the Dance settee.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, Harold be thy name. It does tickle me.
Harold, the doll, is a mysterious battered baby doll whose provenance remains largely obscure before its sensational appearance on eBay in 2003. The seller advertised it as haunted, blaming it for breakups, pet deaths, and headaches, claiming that it was purchased at a flea market in Florida. Over time, Harold was passed around to multiple owners, each reporting a litany of woes, sudden illness, deaths of loved ones, sudden misfortune, and eerie occurrences. Harold's myth evolved in the hands of his most famous owner, Anthony Quinata, who wrote a book and added layers of demonic possession, black magic, and multi-spirit hauntings to the story. Some have dismissed Harold as a classic internet hoax gone viral, though many continue to swear by the doll's dangerous influence.
Wow.
There you go. It's definitely
Creepy.
not my dad, because my dad's it'd just make your lights flicker.
It would all be tinsel and twinkle lights.
It would be tinsel and twinkle
bad
lights.
electrics.
Yeah. Yeah. Zzz. So,
Oh, brilliant.
on we go. We are going to whiz through this now. So, now let's talk about toys that move, that play, or pop without permission.
Pop? What? We do not want exploding toys.
Your turn.
Is it? It doesn't say so.
It says host
It
B.
says music.
That's you.
It says music. Yeah, music boxes, Jack in the Boxes, wind up. Oh, sorry, you read that bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I wasn't following that at all.
I'm going to leave that in.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
love
even.
that. Yeah.
I'm not even going
looking
to
at
edit it
going,
out.
Well, you haven't introduced it yet, have you? Yes, Steph. She's already done that. Well done. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. So music boxes are supposed to be sweet. They're supposed to be cute and lovely. But when they play on their own in the middle of the night, it's not so charming, right?
No, it definitely isn't.
No, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable. Don't like it.
One story from an abandoned asylum in Australia tells of a music box that played by itself, always the same tune, always at 3:33 a.m. Paranormal
Sorry,
What?
it's just like not 666. It's like what, half
No.
of the beast?
half
Like-
of the beast, yeah.
Which
Three-
half?
3:33.
Just the legs.
Paranormal investigators linked it to a young patient who died there.
Ah, yes. The witching hour's lesser known cousin, the Nopa clock.
No, for clock.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I
and
see. Nope.
Nope.
The Nopa
Yeah.
clock.
Nopa
Gotcha.
clock.
Okay.
It's a bit like wine o'clock, but you just go nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm all there for wine o'clock. That's perfectly fine. Funny. Jack in the Boxes are kind of classic though, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's folklore that some were used in Victorian seances. If the clown popped without it being wound, without winding, it meant the spirit was present. No shit. Like what? If you don't wind the damn thing, but the thing pops up anyway, yeah, I should think something's messing with you. Like, what?
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a
Absolutely.
presence. I should think so. Yeah.
And it's like the wind up monkeys with the little symbols that
Yeah.
crash together.
I'm sorry, I
Multi-
can't see any other image other than Homer Simpson, the little monkey. Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear. Multiple haunted house reports mention them clapping in empty rooms, and one even followed a family from house to house. Can you imagine throwing it out, moving house, and then turning up at the next house and it's sitting on the side in the kitchen?
I can tell you it would be drop kicked up the lawn. No. It would be no messing. It would be given to the dog and the dog would work his magic.
Yeah.
You're going to get torn to shreds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or drop kicked up the garden. Simple as. Yeah. Yeah. That's not a toy. That's not a
No.
toy at all. That's a stalker with a wind-up key.
Yeah, it most definitely is. Yeah,
Yeah.
phone the police. Excuse
Don't
me.
like it.
He's
No,
followed me.
no. It's going to be drop kicked up the lawn. I will just say one thing though, because I think I've talked about this once before, but I bought presents for my two cousins, and I bought them the toys of Legolas.
Do you know?
And
Sorry,
Jack Sparrow.
I thought you were going to say, I bought them the toys of doom.
No, they weren't. They were lovely.
Why
They
did
were these full,
Why
like,
did that come into my head?
toys of doom? I mean, to be
The
fair, it's
toy-
something I'd say.
The toys of doom.
It's absolutely something I'd say. But I bought them these toys, right? And they had these motion sensors on the front, so when you walk past them, they'd quote the movies and stuff, and they'd say something, from the films.
Yeah.
And it was fun. But they put them in the corridor outside the bedrooms because that's where everybody walked past, and that's where they got the most, most action. But when I was then in the living room, I was babysitting for them whilst their mum was on night shift, and I was babysitting, and I'm sat in the living room. They're in bed, right? There's no one in the hallways. And when the bloody things went off, I was like, no, thank you. No, goodbye. And I literally I was like, no, we're not doing that. And they were put in a box. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Where are we? I've lost ourselves now.
We're moving on to cursed dolls' houses.
We are moving on. Now, we have spoke about dolls' houses before. I think we spoke about them in things that you might have around the house, normal things. So let's shrink down the horror. Dolls' houses, miniature worlds with big paranormal energy.
There's a story from Boston about a doll's house.
Mm.
It's a doll house,
It-
right?
Yeah, it's a doll's house.
No S, doll house.
There should be an S in
We
there,
always
shouldn't
called
there?
it a doll's house anyway.
Doll's house, yeah.
That rearranged itself. The furniture moved. The dolls changed rooms. And each time something bad happened in the real house.
Yeah.
So
It's
it was
bit
a
of-
replica.
Mm.
Yeah, a replica of the house. I think we've talked about one of these before because I
We
saw
did.
it in a movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like, one of the dolls was like hanging by a shoelace or something from the staircase. And then when the kid went and had a look, the I don't know who it was. It was I don't know. It was a bloke, and he was hanging from the staircase. And
Yeah,
it was
that's
just,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when we found out that a lot of the very, very first dolls' houses that were made were not actually toys. They were just replicas of people's houses with the people inside, which were the people who lived in the house.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I can see a benefit to this, providing that you had furniture that was like to scale of the house, right? Because it would make rearranging furniture so much easier.
it would, wouldn't it? Because you
know,
could
I
just
mean, not to
see
have
what it.
You could see what it would look like if
Yeah.
it would fit.
Yeah.
Right. I love that idea. I mean, I might be on board if, the house rearranges. If you rearrange the house and the furniture, does it actually happen in your house? Because that would be kind of cool. Because I only have to move
You
a
could do it
matchbox.
on the little model and then wake up in the
Yeah.
morning and
And it's
you
all
could,
done.
You could
I mean, there are
redecorate on.
benefits.
Yeah, you could redecorate little rooms, couldn't you?
Yeah, it would save you. I mean, it would save you a hell of a lot in paint.
It would.
Right? Muscle power. You would just paint the doll's house.
Yeah,
It's done.
perfect.
Oh dear.
Right, it says one version says the dollhouse predicted a fire weeks before it happened. The tiny kitchen was scorched, and then the real one followed.
How
Don't-
long after?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I always said interior designs were dangerous, especially when done by ghosts.
There you go. See, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah,
I totally agree.
don't take the risk.
No.
Don't take the risk. And let's not forget the doll's house in Emily's story, where the dolls mimicked real life tragedies. One even acted out a family member's death before it happened.
Whoa.
Creepy, right? Wow.
It'd be like a cursed Sims game. Only you only you can't uninstall it, can you? Because it's like real. No, you just have to burn the house. You just have to burn
again, I'm going for drop kick it up the garden. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If you do that though, if you do drop kick it up the garden, does your real house then get picked up by like tornado or something? And
Yeah.
then just redistributed somewhere else?
Exactly. Have you just reenacted the next thing for the house?
Yeah.
Why toys, Stephanie?
Why toys? Why do spirits or curses seem to love them so much?
I know.
It's so wrong.
They do say that toys are like personal because they're handled and they're loved and sometimes mourned over if you lose a toy or...
I suppose there's an innocence to a toy as well, isn't there? They're usually, it's a children's thing. Yeah, there's a connection there to the child who played with it.
Yeah. And there's an emotional energy that can attach to the toy. It's like Rochelle, your sister, my other daughter, has a teddy bear that she had when she was a baby.
Is that Gregory?
And she's still Gregory, yeah. And it still goes. I mean, it's gone on to Els now, and Els still takes that teddy bear everywhere. So you could never get rid of that bear because it's
to be
gone
fair,
down.
I wouldn't get rid of Gregory.
No,
if anything,
Gregory's lovely.
Yeah.
So I think this is where that
Weird, isn't it?
emotional energy lingers. And in some cultures, toys are believed to hold fragments of the soul, especially if they were a child's favourite. And you can sort of
Yeah.
understand that. But you sort of do it with pets as well, don't you? Because if your dog had a favourite toy or, and it's like,
Yeah. Plus, they're small. It's easily overlooked. It's easy to pass on between one person and another, one family and another, one house and another. You wouldn't expect danger from Gregory, from a teddy bear.
That's your first mistake. Never trust anything with button eyes and a stitched smile.
It's
there you
very
go.
true.
It is very true.
What's the little girl, Coraline, with the button eyes? Oh, it's creepy.
There you go. Never trust anything. What did he say? With button eyes and a
With
stitched
button eyes
smile.
and a stitched smile. Wow.
And let's be
It's
honest,
true.
there's something deeply uncanny about a toy meant to comfort you. And then that suddenly feels like it's watching you. Yeah, it's when their eyes follow you around the room, especially those
Yeah, see,
porcelain dolls.
See that's another thing, yeah, where I had those dolls, and I never noticed anything, right? And I swear there would have been people that went, "Oh, they're really creepy." I don't get these feelings, like clearly, I'm totally oblivious. It could have been Annabelle in there. Would I have noticed? No, no. Could she have been in a different place when I got back after school? I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have noticed. It'd have been lost on me, I swear. There's no point in haunting me. I'm too oblivious.
No. Okay, so whether it's a doll with growing hair, a music box that plays by itself, or a jack-in-a-box that pops up without any warning, cursed toys remind us that innocence can be deceiving.
Indeed. And sometimes the most haunted things are the ones that we gave names to as kids.
I know.
I had a stuffed raven once. Called him Edgar. He never blinked. I miss him terribly.
A stuffed
Aw.
raven.
A stuffed raven called
That's a-
Edgar. Ravens are incredibly smart.
They are. They are very clever.
And they talk like, I don't know, it's just amazing. It's amazing. I follow a guy on TikTok
Yeah.
who's got ravens, and they're they're
It's-
incredible.
Is it the ravens that are at the Tower of London? Are they ravens?
I don't know. I think so. They might be.
I think they are, aren't they? And if the ravens ever leave the tower will topple or something. You're going to look now, aren't you?
Yep. If I can. Yes.
Are you looking? So
Yes, it is ravens at the Tower of London.
Well, I think we have come to the end. I want to know if any of our listeners ever had a toy that frightened them.
Oh, I know there's going to be tons, surely.
Yeah,
Surely.
there's got to be.
There's got to be a ton of people that are more perceptive to this stuff than me.
Yeah, see, I had I think it's a Pelham clown puppet. I loved him.
Great.
Absolutely. But it's not until I look back now and I think, oh my gosh. I didn't think like that about clowns then. And he was actually quite lovely. I don't know what happened to him in the end, but we mislaid him on a move, I think, down to Cornwall. But yeah, so I had a clown puppet, but I would never choose to have a clown anything in my house.
Yeah, no, don't do that unless you want a new roommate that doesn't blink.
Or one who does, just very slowly.
Blinks.
No, don't like that.
No, if it blinks very slowly, we don't want to know.
No.
But I have heard lots of stories and listened to people telling stories about, I think there was one about, there used to be like a little telephone that told the time. You could moved it. And when you picked it up, it played a tune or something. It was on wheels, so you could pull it along. So it's for little kids learning. They wouldn't now. They wouldn't use it now because it's not. Kids would look at it now and go,
It's not what
no,
a phone looks like now.
It's not what a phone looks like anymore. It was one where you dialed it round and picked the thing up, but it would play a tune.
A rotary phone.
Yeah.
Like the old Bakelite ones.
Yeah. But it was a pretty colour and had a little face on the front and everything. But this phone, apparently in this kid's bedroom, would go off in the middle of the night under his bed. And they took the batteries out and everything, and the bloody thing still went off. Shoved
Did
in
they
back
kick it up the garden?
Well, that's what you've got to do.
I think that works well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work well.
So please, anybody who listens, who had a scary toy or a scary doll, or has had any experience of scary toys any time in their life, if you want to tell us about it, email us. The email comes at the end. It's our shackpackinbox@gmail.com, but it will tell you again at the end. So other than that, I think we're done for today.
Yeah,
and we'll say,
we've done well today.
We have done
stayed
well
on track
today.
and everything.
I know. How did we do that? And I haven't even drunk my coffee, and it's still warm.
You've never drunk your coffee. Honestly, the day that you drink a cup of coffee at the same time as any normal human being, the world is ending.
Cheers, everybody. See you next
week. With that being
week.
said, keep your minds open and your lamps lit, and we'll see you again next week at the freaking shack.
And with that, I drift once more into dramatic silence.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out in the shack with us. If you've got a strange story, theory, or even just a spooky question, send it to shackpackinbox@gmail.com because we'd love to hear from you. Follow us to ensure that you never miss an episode of The Freaking Shack, because listening to us is much cheaper than therapy and slightly more spooky. Until we meet again next week, Shackpackers, take care.